Hey everyone, how's it going? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about a nice fun theory of how Kong's species maybe ended up on Skull Island. So in a few of our previous videos talking about Titans and Kong and Godzilla, especially the history of Titans within the MonsterVerse, we received some comments here and there asking about, Kong's species, how did they end up on Skull Island, or what is their history, things like that. And really, we don't know too much in particular within, I guess, the canon of MonsterVerse. However, we could always come up with some fun theories. So this one specifically is about how do they end up on an isolated island in the middle of the Pacific, such as Skull Island. And when thinking about this, I was kind of thinking back to when these different super species existed, and it was the Permian period. And another thing that was also around the Permian period time period is, well, it's a lot of periods, but a odd thing that was around that time as well, with Kong's ancestors living presumably around that time, is Pangea. So if this did actually if this is where they kind of go with it, it'd be really cool to see if maybe where Skull Island used to be was a part of Pangea, and simply the cause of Kong's ancestors ending up on Skull Island was because they were simply on that landmass and never left it, while it was tectonic plates were shifting and stuff like that, and going from Pangea into the various, I guess, different continents that we all know and love today. Now, most people's first response to this type of theory would be wondering why Kong's ancestors wouldn't just swim to a larger landmass before Skull Island became so isolated. And obviously my answer to that is, maybe they just didn't care. The other more in canon type of answer would be that maybe the hollow earth theory is at play, because according to this theory, there's seemingly many different kind of subterranean pockets underneath the surface crust of the world, which various titans can go into to explore and come out different ends. For example, it was seemingly confirmed in Kong Skull Island when they dropped all those different bombs and they used the acoustic equipment. It was seemingly used by the skull crawlers. That's kind of how they hide and come out on Skull Island, so kind of confirms Skull Island has an entrance, at least to one of the hollow earth pockets. And even on the Monarch Science's website, Godzilla periodically disappears, and when he disappears, he reemerges in vastly different locations. And the idea behind that is that he's traveling under one of those pockets and then coming out the other side, wherever that may be, which is why he periodically can't be tracked. So that'd be a really cool idea if that's kind of how they go with that. It also could lay the groundwork for maybe Kong using one of those subterranean pockets in the hollow earth theory. Definitely, I just thought it was a nice, cool kind of theory to talk about, since, some people have mentioned it in comments. Would this be something you would be interested in? Maybe a history lesson in canon of the MonsterVerse, talking about how Kong species went to Skull Island? Comment about that below. And, it's just a fun theory. Let us know your thoughts. But how do you think Kong species, Kong's ancestors, ended up on Skull Island? Do you think it was Pangea or something else? Let us know your thoughts down below, and we'll see you guys later.